Yeah, so my name is Steve Belden. I am the operating partner here with AMP Recreation LLC. So I oversee everything food and beverage, entertainment, and hospitality related here at the corner of Sunshine and Glenstone within the Plaza Towers. So that includes the Sunshine Event Center, the Daily Blend Coffee Shop, Scratch & Co., which is our next venue that will be opening. And then here, quickly into Q2, we will start on a sports bar and a comedy club located next door.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to both of those.
Yeah.
That's great.
Excellent.
So tell us a little bit about your history. What have you done in the past prior to?
Absolutely. So my history professionally has almost all been food and beverage related. Really from my first job. I grew up in way upstate New York, very close to the Canadian border, and I took a job as a pizza delivery guy, I think for $2 an hour, and then I got $1 per delivery that I made. And I thought I had the world in the palm of my hands. 16 years old with a car and, at least $100 a week I made. So I really stayed in food and beverage throughout high school, working at various restaurants, server, busser, and then when I became 21 years old, I switched over to a bartender throughout the duration of my college experience.
Yeah.
I went to school for something completely unrelated. It was very
Unrelated meaning?
I went to school for music industry, which is really communications and focused within the music sector.
Okay.
However, it was restaurants tend to be somewhat addicting. And,
yeah.
Back then it was always quick money, cash in your pocket at the end of every day.
Right.
Which, at that age was very attractive.
Oh, yeah.
But, fast forward to 15 years ago, I had packed up from New York and moved to Missouri with a friend. I was supposed to be here for 6 months, give or take. And I ended up meeting my wife, and 3 kids later, Springfield, Missouri is home. But on that note, I love Springfield, and I don't really ever see myself leaving this area.
Agreed.
It's great for me. And this community has been more than welcoming to everything that I have done here. So it's been a very positive experience for me and my wife and my kids. But I stayed in food and beverage here in Missouri. When I first moved here, I transferred from TGI Fridays in New York down to the TGI Fridays here in Springfield.
Which is a great place. I miss it.
Yeah. Fun story. The original owner of Fridays has recently bought the company back, and I think you will see a resurgence of that concept happen.
Yeah.
They're already gearing up and getting it
cool.
rolling. But I worked for Fridays, and I took my first management position here in Missouri with a company called Famous Dave's.
Sure.
And I was there for a number of years. And then after that, I worked for O'Reilly Hospitality for about 7 years, in various aspects of that company. The longest duration, I was a general manager of the Hula Hands on the South Side.
Yeah.
That was, 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Great concept there.
Yeah, great concept as well.
Yeah, it's really where I learned a lot and got my foundation for everything moving forward was with OHM. So after about 7 years, I took on the food and beverage director out at Big Cedar and Top of the Rock, which was a great experience as well. Kind of my first resort style property that I was involved with. So that was a great learning experience.
Yeah, bet so.
And, it was cool to see that property. And
sure.
It's beautiful. Out
It
there.
is.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And then for the past 7 years, I have been the director of operations with Bricktown Brewery. So really overseeing multiple locations. We had a total of 22 stores.
Like how far did you go? I mean, like
Anywhere from Texas to Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma would be where the lion's share of the locations were.
Yeah.
So a lot of travel in between 5 states. Arkansas was the other one.
Yeah.
So I did that for about 7 years, and another great experience.
Yeah.
And really geared me up to where I am today, here with AMP Recreation, getting this food and beverage and hospitality program off the ground.
Yeah, very nice.
So, yeah.
Cool.
Yep. That's kind of
That's
my.
fun. It's always I always enjoy hearing everybody's background and where they came from, and I'd like to talk a little more about that. But Gabby, let's talk about you now. What's your role here? What do you do?
My name is...
I know a few things.
Yeah, a few things. Gabby Kuehnel, and the events manager kind of overall. I go from, kind of looking for the sales to booking the events, and then right now at least running the events up until, closure. So really everything that happens in this room is really under my view, if you would, obviously under Steve as well, but we kind of work together while we are still opening it and getting the kitchen running. It'll definitely change quite a bit as the kitchen is open, which we are very excited for.
Yeah, me too.
But right now it's kind of just finding the pieces that fit until we are a full kind of open event center. Yeah, I'm only 25, so my history is not as
shorter.
Extensive.
Hey, you know what?
Unfortunately,
people can still live a lot before they're 25.
This is true. This is true. This is definitely my first position as kind of the superior manager of a department whatsoever. I kind of made my way, I would say, a step below where I am kind of with my job experience overall. I started as a host, worked my way up to server. Once I can serve alcohol, I did so. It wasn't really until I started at Finley Farms through Big Cedar is when I found, the events industry and kind of preferred that in comparison of. So I kind of started just as a normal event server at Finley, probably 6 months into my employment there, just trying it out. They said, we have an opening, love the way you work, and I really just kind of at the time did it for extra money and kind of like consistency, if you would.
Yeah.
And I just loved it. So I think it took maybe a year to move up to a lead. I kind of wanted to go for their events manager role. And I ended up having a position created for me as kind of the captain of the department. So I was mainly kind of the assistant manager, if you would, kind of hourly basis.
What about that role, the event person, was appealing to you?
I love kind of what goes on in event center rooms. It's nice to kind of be in the food and bev industry, but it's not pressured. I feel like it's kind of different going into a restaurant. Sometimes you're on a time cap and you're rushing the experience depending on, your day. But private events, we're booking this months in advance. We're talking about every detail of what the room looks like, the timeline, the food, and it's a long way to get there, really. So I see it as a big celebration, no matter what it is, just because the planning, it takes so long to get there, and we obviously want to put in the most perfect amount of effort to give them nothing but perfection on their day. But it was just kind of the different aspect of it, that it's still service, but it's an elevated service that I personally enjoy, kind of doing those little fine planning details. It might just look like a dinner to the people that kind of show up as a guest, but behind the scenes between the contact and myself, it's much bigger.
Well,
than
anybody
that.
that's ever done an event, you know how much work it is.
It is.
And having somebody that can help you with that, I mean, just
absolutely.
makes it that much easier and smoother. And so there is a special appreciation for those people who do that. And so I think what you do is fabulous.
I appreciate that.
And you guys do a great job.
And that's mainly what we want to do here, is to where you don't have to do the work whatsoever. Like, we have the bar. Once the kitchen is open with Scratch & Co., we'll share a portion of the kitchen with them, and we'll have our own catering menu as well. To the linens, to the tables, to, really everything. Right now we're working on building our decor inventory, but that would be, in my opinion, the only area that has room for growth. But it'll be exciting to kind of be like the bigger event centers that you don't have to have 5 different vendors. It's just,
well, it's a great location.
All in one. No, yeah, absolutely. We don't have a lot of this in Springfield, at least to this capacity. They definitely have a lot of smaller kind of event spaces meant for 50 to 70 people.
What's
that
the
are
capacity
gorgeous.
here? Remind me.
It's seating wise, food if you want kind of like a full meal, it's about 160 inside. We can probably do about 50, 60 outside. If you want to do kind of cocktail style where there's full space, I'd say 225, 250 inside, and then maybe another 80 outside. So quite a bit. We've hosted one event that we had about that 200, 225, and there was still plenty of space in here, I would say.
Yeah,
But
it seems like it would hold quite a bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then how are things going to change for you guys once Scratch and Co's open, which that'll be what, April?
So I think as it's that's the magic question.
I heard originally it was the end of March.
So yeah,
It's hard.
I assure you we're moving along. I would say construction will likely be done in April. Quickly thereafter, we will implement the leadership team. I'm actually spending this week and next week really dedicating a good portion of my time to interviewing. So we will have construction and probably the management team in place. I'm very hopeful by early April. As it stands right now, a best guess would be very early May to mid-May for a full opening. We want to make sure that we take the time to properly train the staff, making sure everybody knows how to make recipes to spec, understands expectations, that we have enough staff members.
Right.
You know, what I've learned over the years is a lot of times you get one shot with a guest on their first experience. So when we do open our doors to the public, we want to make sure that we do things correctly, that the food is great, that the service is exceptional, that the atmosphere is completely finished. So I think to play it smart, you know, we'd rather delay for a couple weeks and make sure things are done correctly than rush into it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Best
and
guess,
what's capacity?
Yeah, so it's big. We will seat 125, give or take, on the interior. As it's slated right now with the patio size, we will be able to accommodate about another 40 to 50 people on the patio.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Very exciting. And what kind of food should anybody expect? By the way, I'm just going to put it out there. You guys need volunteers to come in and critique, or I'm more than happy to volunteer, take one for the team.
Trying to steal my job now.
He loves that.
Well, if you need somebody to accompany you.
So the menu will be very diverse and eclectic. What we did not want to gear Scratch and Co towards was a celebration type of restaurant, to where we didn't want to limit ourselves to a birthday party or an anniversary or graduation. We want menu items that appeal to a broad range of the public. So what you will see on there is everything from pasta dishes to a steak selection, a great burger selection, chicken sandwiches, to realistically salads. What we will also bring back to the Springfield community, in my opinion, happy hours have seemed to dwindle away.
They did. COVID kind of.
Yeah, they did.
Like, what happened?
Yes.
I remember a time when every Wednesday or whatever.
Absolutely.
There were so many.
And it was fun.
Yeah.
And part of our culture at AMP Recreation, you know, obviously we're a business, but I want to bring back, you know, relaxing and having fun when you go out to eat.
Yeah.
And I think happy hour is going to really conquer that. So we will bring back things such as half price, half portion appetizers, where a guest can come out with their friends. We have a gorgeous rooftop here, and that is going to be the highlight of what we're going to offer for happy hour out there. So discounted drinks, we see it a lot of places. What I don't see anymore is a robust happy hour menu for food selections as well. So kind of our thought process is having those half price, half portions. So when you come in with your girlfriend, your wife, or a group of friends, you can come out and get 4 or 5 appetizers for a pretty reasonable price. That way you get to sample a lot of different things on the menu.
Right.
You can sit out there and enjoy some cocktails, have different food selections, but bringing back that cool energy where a group of people come and meet for several hours and enjoy their time after work on the weekend. So that is the plan with the menu, and also what we're looking to do for happy hour purposes. So yeah, I think where I saw some successes in the past And I'll go back to Houlihan's 12 years ago, 10 and 12 years ago. Happy hour was where it was at.
It was. It was.
Yeah, packed patio, packed bar, packed restaurant. And they were there for that reason.
For sure.
And I want to see some of that energy come back to the Springfield market. And that is what our goal is going to be.
Yeah.
Cool, cool. And then, Gabby, on your side, how will that shift anything for you with events going on up here?
Not necessarily. I mean, we have the whole like left side facing Sunshine as we have kind of like a curtain drop that will, I mean, basically separate the two. I mean, don't get me wrong, if there's nothing going on with the restaurant and the patio is fully open, I'm sure that we could, just end up using the full patio. But we definitely want to give each kind of type of guest a great experience on the patio instead of just limiting it to the private events itself. Like, I mean,
well, and I guess I was thinking too, even like if somebody had an event here and they wanted food from you guys, that's a possibility as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
we have started building our catering menu. It'll definitely get more detailed and broad once we bring on the kitchen staff and get some of their opinions on that. But we'll have a complete separate menu from them. But I mean, at the end of the day, we'll just try to rotate the patio, in and out between our events and hopefully for the Springfield community so they can enjoy it as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And I think something that's noteworthy to mention is we have built the kitchen downstairs to really accommodate both spaces. Previously, I've worked with concepts that have had either catering or event space, and unfortunately, kitchens were not designed to accommodate that extra volume.
Yeah.
So what we've done down in the Scratch and Cook kitchen, we have a very large space down there that's built to execute both the restaurant and the event center. So in the kitchen, when it is built out, you will find one main line that will be used to provide food for the restaurant. We also have a smaller secondary line that has a lot of duplicate equipment. So another flat top, another char broiler, a salamander, whatever equipment that we are going to need for this space, it is also going to be located down in that restaurant.
Okay, cool.
Where things that have happened in the past where if we have a full restaurant, a full patio, and a rooftop, and I need to drop 250 pieces of chicken for a wedding, there's a give and take. So
you got extra grills?
Yeah.
Here, Dustin, here's your hat.
So we're drastically going to slow down production of food for the restaurant. And so we feel that we have a good plan to execute food and beverage at both spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that would be, I'm not in the hospitality, nor have I ever been, but I can see where, I shouldn't say that, I work for Taco Bell, does that count?
It's busy.
Steak and shake, that's about all I got.
Yeah, we just want to limit chaos in the kitchen.
Absolutely.
The way I can describe a kitchen to people that are not in hospitality is it's a pirate ship.
Yep.
And, whoever the captain is has to make sure that the staff is happy.
That's a juggling act.
It really is. So it's you wear many different hats when you're in food and beverage and hospitality.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's talk about can you talk about the other venue?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's going on with that?
So the building next door, which is a stone's throw away from the Plaza Towers, we have plans to open 2 more venues there that are going to be hospitality focused. The first one will be a sports bar that will operate 7 days a week. Hours to be determined, but it'll be not only just sports bar, we will offer a food program there as well. So this will be a more friendly price point. Really, what we are looking for out of that space is, again, community involvement, people coming to hang out, people that are getting off of work that want more of a relaxed type of atmosphere versus, a higher end aesthetics package in the restaurant and the rooftop. This is going to be a true sports bar, with sports packages, lots of TVs throughout. I don't think the food quality is going to be impacted by price points. We're very creative on what our offerings are going to be, but you can expect a lot of sandwich style foods over there. heavy appetizers, chicken wings,
Sure.
nachos, things that you want to sit down and, share a plate with your friends while you're having a couple beers. And then the exciting part of that is that will open up into a comedy club as well. So we will be branding all of that under Towers Comedy. Expected to hopefully open, don't hold me to this, but best case scenario, we're looking at Q2 of 2026.
Okay.
So we do have some plans out with some architects, engineers in the city looking at them right now.
Yeah.
So in addition to the sports bar, the comedy club will offer, nationally recognized comedians, most likely going to be gearing those towards a Friday and Saturday. However, not to waste the space that is over there. In addition to the sports bar operating 7 days a week, I want to really gear vacancies in that building, Monday through Thursday. We can have open mic nights. We can have different musical venues and musical acts in there, which is something that's near and dear to me. I would love to get local bands, regional bands. We've recently partnered with the Melody Room up here in the event center, and I think we will quickly outgrow this space, and that would be a great venue to bring that over to as we grow that portion of it as well. So I think long-term what we are looking for with all of these hospitality-related businesses is to start branding this corner as the Plaza Towers district, where it is a hub of food and beverage, of nightlife, where we have ample parking. We have roughly 800 spots between all of these parking lots combined. So as a family, as a person going out on a date, you can come here on a Friday night and park and have lunch, hit up happy hour, have dinner, and then catch a comedy show at the end of the night, and
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And that's just to clarify, that's south of Plaza Tower.
It
right?
is.
Yeah.
So
just make sure I'm not backwards on my directions.
So I would say easiest way to find it would be Jersey Mike's, and it sits behind that portion of the building and really spans the whole duration of the backside of it.
Yeah, very cool. Very
Yeah.
cool. Anything else exciting and new? And you don't have to. No is an acceptable answer, but
So at this point, we do have some other conversations going on. But things that are realistic, I think that is what I have to share.
Sure. To be continued then.
Yeah. To be
Until
continued.
next time.
Absolutely.
So Gabby, tell us. Were you born and raised here? Or
I was not.
Where were you? Where are you from?
I was born in Granite City, Illinois. It's like 10 minutes outside of St. Louis-ish. I lived there until I was about 2 or 3, and then I moved to California. I lived on Camp Pendleton. It's kind of down by San Diego, Los Angeles area. And I lived there for...
Military brat?
My dad was a Marine, so
Good.
we were very fortunate. We didn't move around. We were there.
It's a military brat. Don't take that.
No. I mean, my mom's also a military brat, so I think it passes down a little bit. But we were, but we weren't, because we weren't kind of restationed every 3-4 years, like I would say the average is. But I was there the whole time. So, I mean, the whole active time, if you would. We had moved when I was about 12 or 13, and then my dad became a recruiter here, and we just stayed. Our goal actually was to be gone in 3 years, but
from here,
we were supposed to move somewhere else.
It sucks you in, doesn't it?
Well, yes, it does. It does.
It's the people.
Yeah, timeline changed for multiple different reasons, but once we had the freeness to leave on our own, not necessarily dictated by the military, we just chose to stay. I started college here, so we obviously found Missouri State.
Cool.
And I found, obviously I have my family here, but then I found my own personal hand-picked family, if you would, as well. So we're very stuck here. As he said, the community is great, so it's hard to leave in a way. But yeah.
So you moved here though from where again? New York?
Watertown, New York.
Yeah, I have no clue where that's at.
Well, I will say the easiest way to find it is when the weather nationally is telling you where the coldest and most snowfall is in the country.
Okay.
9 out of 10 times it's Watertown, New York.
That's funny.
Interesting.
We are 200 plus inches of snow every year.
Wow.
It's not uncommon to see 25 and 30 below zero for long periods of time.
I think they're getting hit pretty hard.
I was going to say right now, I think,
They're
right?
always getting hit pretty hard.
Yeah, my brother was stationed in, I think, Fort Drum. And
That's where Watertown is.
Okay, yeah.
So he will be that is where
I think there was a lot of snow. I don't think he hated it, but it was just
well,
A lot of snow.
a lot of snow.
if he stayed there for another few years, yeah, I couldn't get out quick enough. So
Yeah.
I'm over the snow.
Yeah, and you came here for what reason? I mean, not to get too personal.
So I
but
had a good friend of mine moving here, and really it was just to assist with the move, and I ended up meeting my wife, and I ended up staying.
You get stuck here. That's what I was saying.
You do,
In
you
a
do.
good
I mean,
way.
and I'm born and raised here, so I was always here, never left. Maybe a few times, but really I've always been here. So
I love it.
Yeah.
You know, I
It is
think
great.
It's a great place to get
the
stuck to.
Ozarks
It is.
has so much to offer for what are geared towards things that I find enjoyable. I'll start off by saying it's the most restaurants
Oh, yeah.
I've ever seen
per capita.
anywhere. You
People
know,
like to eat here.
They truly do.
There's a lot of foodies.
I believe it was something like 1,500 restaurants between Springfield and Branson, which
Wow.
is just that's a lot of places to visit.
And they, for the most part, if they're good, if they're a great restaurant, good service, they stay
stay.
open.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't.
Well, you know, and so I love that. I go out to eat often. I'm a foodie. I
Yeah.
love trying everything from fine dining to, I'm going to be real honest, some of my favorite foods come from a greasy diner.
Yeah.
And
Like, give us some of your favorites.
this might be embarrassing.
Come on, no, just give it to
I
us.
have a hard time passing a Waffle House.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Smothered and covered all the way.
Scuttlebutt, yeah.
I
Man.
love it. You know, even when I was traveling with my last company, you know, I could have ate anywhere I wanted, but
Yeah.
if
Waffle
there was
House.
a Waffle House nearby, I don't know. I like.
I hear you.
I like those
I'm with you.
types of atmospheres, and you know, but you know, we got food and beverage here. We have, I would say, some of the best outdoor activities the country can offer between, you know, either camping, floating, hiking. Those are all activities.
Too much of a secret, really.
It's
Yeah.
phenomenal, and those are things that I do fairly often in the summer and springtime. And
Now, what's your favorite of all those? If you pick one.
I love going on multi-day float trips. I think there's several different rivers that I love in this area. The Buffalo being one of them. The Current River, but I
Current
have to
River
say
for sure.
my favorite is probably the 11 Point.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're hard pressed to see another person on that river over the span of 3 days.
And it's all spring fed, so I mean, it's
Love it.
cold.
yeah,
No,
Just ice cold.
freezing.
It's so great. I love it.
freezing. And, you
Our
know,
family would go down there all the time in
nice
that
spot.
area, North Point and 11 Point.
And I love the history, you know, as you're floating the 11 Point, you know, some of the old settlements along the river that were destroyed during the Civil War. You can still go up and you can walk them and see them and see how people used to live. And yeah, I'm usually good for 2, 3 or 4 day float trips down the 11 Point every summer.
Wow.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's a stretch.
Yep.
How about you? What do you like to do for fun? She was like, well, wait a
Enjoy the
minute.
outdoor. I wasn't expecting it to turn to me. I was enjoying his.
There's
His
no-
That was
sounded.
hers before.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
could say the same thing. It's
no,
okay.
I'm not big on camping. I do own a kayak. Me and my friends usually kind of either go to Hootentown, unfortunately.
Yeah,
'cause-
that's okay.
or
That's
not
a good one. No,
Yes,
no,
but
there's no hate
usually
there.
it's they go for certain reasons, if you would. But I mean, I have a husky, so I love to hike. I unfortunately love Arkansas area for
Yeah.
hiking.
It's still part of the Ozarks. I mean,
This is true. This is true. You can go down a little farther to kind of hit those beautiful points, but just want to be outside. Really, I'm still in that age where I just connect with my friends too. So it's just kind of whatever my friends are doing. I'm following them around if I can.
yeah, I get that.
I can find fun in anything, is what I should say.
Well, same for me.
Yeah.
I'm, like I said, born and raised here. So, how old are your kids?
My son is 14, my middle daughter is 11, and then our youngest is, she just recently turned 5.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, we got a good spread there.
You do.
Yeah,
I've got 5 myself. and they're from 31 down to 13.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So that is a good spread.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I don't know. They're my world. It's as you know. I mean, kids quickly they take up a lot of time.
For sure.
But they're fantastic. My son is, as we spoke earlier, he's actively involved in baseball. That's certainly a passion of his. I think that age, he's very much so loves hanging out with his friends, playing video games, terrorizing the neighborhood, which could be worse. My middle daughter, again, it's I think that generation is all about friendships and connections, and she has a hard time when she goes 5 minutes without being on the phone. And, but she's wonderful. She's got a big heart. And then there's my youngest, who's she still likes us. So there's that too. She likes mom and dad still.
Yeah.
She doesn't mind being seen in public with us. We can still give her a hug without her.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I assume that'll end here in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Maybe 8-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So I always like to ask everybody, tell us of somebody who's been in your life, who's maybe helped mentor you or been a good role model for you and brought you, kind of helped bring you to where you're at, whether it was early in your life or even more recently.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say I am where I am. Primarily, I've had a lot of mentors. One that sticks out to me is really a lady by the name of Jessie Lannon. She's still with O'Reilly Hospitality, and she heads up their food and beverage program and probably 100 other things. But I had the pleasure of working and learning from her throughout my duration at Houlihan's, and really she helped instill a lot of the qualities that I have, always being guest focused, finding a way to say yes to whatever the situation is. She played a large role of where I am today, and thank you, Jessie. Then most recently I had the pleasure of working with my peers at Bricktown. A couple gentlemen by the name of Steve and Charles were wonderful to work side by side, and then my direct supervisor at that company, a guy named Mike Behe out of Oklahoma, was another. Certainly a different way to look at things. Really taught me the importance of a checkbook and operating your restaurant, like just a checking account, and really keeping an eye on finances, and I think honed in that skill for me. So definitely, I'm sure there's others around.
So many.
Yeah, there always is.
Yeah,
you always think like, you may think of the first ones, and then there's always somebody else that you're like, hey, I didn't really think of them as a mentor, but they helped me grow and become who I am.
Well, and I think those are people that were in leadership positions.
Yeah.
I think I also have to mention, over these past 15 years, I have had the pleasure of working with some just absolutely incredible servers and bartenders, and I think it would be important to say they helped mentor me too. Hearing their viewpoints on things. They are on the front lines. They typically know what's going on in the restaurant more than I do. Maybe not more than I do, but they get a different viewpoint of it. They offer a perspective that is often overlooked by operations, where we have a conversation in a room and we think we have all the issues figured out and solved, when in reality, they know what the answer is and how to fix the situation. And there have been people over my career that have done a fantastic job of communicating that, and I still stay in touch with them. I'll probably try to get them to come over here and work.
It's funny how that is. You have people that you interact with that may not be your superior, but again, still they have leadership skills or qualities that definitely, and I think that's admirable for you as a leader to be able to go to them and say, hey, I want a clear, open channel communication. If you feel I want your perspective too, I think that's a great trait in a leader. So
Yeah, you know, and sometimes it boils down to they're in the right seat.
Right.
You know, where they might be a server or a bartender, but that is very ideal for them and they just excel at it.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think their viewpoint is extremely valuable. And I listen to them.
Yeah. That's great.
Yep.
How about you? Mentors? Anybody at all? No restrictions. Not business.
No, you're good. I would probably say I have a favorite mentor almost every place I've been, just because I was in that ripe age of like 16 to 22 when I needed the mentoring the most. And unfortunately, because obviously COVID and multiple other reasons, I just was unemployed for a while, like getting unemployment from my job shutting down.
Me too.
No, yeah. So I would say I have kind of two answers. So I would say the one that has kind of built my confidence the most is from Findlay Farms. Her name is Ashley Bolin. She taught me certain banquet things that she very much did not have to before I was even in the department to set me up to succeed while I was so new. She really does nothing but, I would say, give you confidence in really anything. Unfortunately, the conversation I had with her to come to here was definitely like the best and most reassuring conversation I'd had out of anyone. And I had talked to my mother.
Yeah.
But just because she sees me kind of in that professional and also server aspect. But on the other hand, I have worked since I was 16, 17 with my my best friend. We have been through 5 jobs together. A serving job that we needed just on the spot, to working at Findlay together, making our way into the events program. He was my co-lead, so just he has been with me every step of service, quite literally.
Yeah.
Being a host, server, bartender, trying a whole new department, but still in the service industry, but while looking at it in a complete different point of view. So yeah. Definitely kind of as a mentor, but then in a way that we kind of mentored each other and just pushed through barriers that we didn't know would evolve. So yeah.
Very cool. Anybody else? Anybody in college?
Well, I will say, luckily, I got a different point of view in college. I think that there are a great amount of students that have to put themselves through college and work full time, but most of my experiences is kind of having students that can rely on parents to where there's not much to talk about work-wise because their work is school, which I fully respect. But most of my friends that were full-time workers were people that I was kind of meeting at work while, working, if you would. But yeah, I mean, there's plenty. For sure.
Yeah, there always is. And then let's go a little different direction.
Yeah.
I always living in the Ozarks is all about highlighting the great people that make up the Ozarks, whether they're transplants or not, and also businesses that are in the Ozarks, and or too, even places. So any of those things that you guys can think of that you feel like maybe you'd like to mention, introduce me to so that I could try to have them on the show. And I'm sure there's probably a bunch.
Restaurant-wise, or?
It doesn't matter.
Boy, I have a list of restaurants that I frequent.
Yeah.
So I can offer you some of my favorites.
Yeah.
And we can go from
They may
there.
already be on my list.
And really favorite places to go. I guess I won't limit it at to just restaurants, but I am have you ever seen the movie Groundhog's Day? Of
course.
I live a life like that. I'm very regimented and do the same things and go to the same places.
Same.
Because I love them.
Yeah.
So I think with the Ozarks, I have to highlight, I absolutely love the aquarium down at Bass Pro.
That is great.
I think it is one of the best locations anywhere in the country for people to go in and explore. I think the collection in there in the museum is top notch.
Yeah.
I don't know, anybody visiting this area or hasn't yet made it there should probably make a trip and carve out a good 8 hours because it's easy to get lost.
Yeah.
In there.
It is easy to get lost.
Yeah.
And do they change it every year, don't they?
Oh, there's always different stuff in there.
Rotating stuff around.
Yeah. So I think for activities, that is a key one. Another one that my family goes to often would be Silver Dollar City. I think it is.
Yeah.
I compare it and probably would rate it above Disney. I think the setting in, a theme park in the middle of the forest just speaks volumes. That is what the Ozarks is.
Right.
It's awesome that you're able to walk through, carved out hillsides and hop on a roller coaster and have some of, that classic skillet food, those potato dishes out there.
Oh yeah.
The red velvet funnel cake. It's I hunt it down every time.
I'm getting a theme here.
It's good.
He likes a good greasy spoon.
Yeah.
That's okay.
For restaurants, somebody I think that excels in this area would be Andy Hampshire. I got nothing but positive things to say about Farmer's Gastropub and then his new concept JW's. It's good quality food made by somebody that cares about his customers. He cares about their experience. And Andy is a phenomenal chef. The best eggs Benedict in the Ozarks.
Is that right, huh?
It's so good. He has a brown butter hollandaise sauce that just absolutely changes.
I love hollandaise sauce, so you got me there.
Go try this. And he would be a good person, too. He's a transplant, and again, I think he has found the Ozarks as welcoming as I have.
Yeah.
And for date nights, my wife and I, we typically land at the Garrison, her old stomping grounds, down at Finley Farms. Absolutely love that atmosphere, the service. I think they knock everything out of the park and they fire on all cylinders out there.
Yeah.
So those are some personal favorites of mine. I mean, there's a lot of other ones, but
Yeah.
we'd be here for a while.
Yeah.
We rattle off restaurants. So.
How about you, Gabby?
He mentioned a few of them. I am pretty biased when it comes to Finley Farms Big Cedar in general. He
Sure.
mentioned earlier, especially the Top of the Rock, that just everything is so aesthetically pleasing out there. I have oddly found myself yearly going to the Butterfly Palace out in Branson.
Yeah.
It sounds
That's
like an
cool.
odd thing, but it's just like a peaceful experience that I just feel like time doesn't really turn in there. I would also love to know the background POV that they have to deal with. I'm sure butterflies are nothing but peaceful, but I don't want to see the negative side of it, unfortunately, because I'm sure there is one.
Yeah.
I also have an annual pass to Wonders of Wildlife. Love them.
Yeah.
I stop and see Izzy all the time. Their turtle, I want to say she's maybe upward towards 100. But yeah, I mean, gosh, you said a couple of good ones. I mean,
100 years old?
area. I think she's like 80.
That's great.
The Finley has a keg beer. It's Izzy of Wonders of Wildlife Museum, and they donate a portion, I think, of, I don't know, I'm not going to say the percent amount, but a certain portion of every beer goes back to her kind of rehab and the money that she needs to stay there. But,
awesome.
but yeah,
That's cool.
no, absolutely. Ariake is amazing. Love their food, the atmosphere of it. I'll kind of hit my more personal weekly night as Georgia Max on Republic Road.
That's great.
Love their food.
Love to visit there too.
Yeah, it's a very sports bar
Yep.
type of place, but it's wonderful. Their
food is
staff is
wonderful.
great. Yeah,
Rebar too. I mean,
yeah,
it
no,
really
absolutely.
is pretty good.
We have elevated our food and beverage in Springfield over the past
Yeah.
few
Yeah.
years.
Oh yeah,
No,
because I'm like,
absolutely.
I remember pre-COVID going to some places and I'm like, so.
There's a lot of small places or even bigger places that are starting to open up with not even rare concepts or something out of the blue, but just when you walk in and you can just tell that the intention is there, that they just want their guests to have a good time.
Yeah.
And that's mainly what we look for. And we also want to provide, so.
Yeah.
So,
Well, when you guys get open, I've got a Monday group that gets together lunch, 11:30 to 12:30 every week.
Love it.
And we just go to different places that are open on a Monday, which of course can be a little tricky because some places
This
aren't
is
open
fair.
on a Monday.
Yeah, no,
but
absolutely.
we're like, if they are open, we want to be able to give them as much business as we can. I think I've got 110 people I send out invites to, but we've had it as much as 300 in the past, pre-COVID. mind you, but
Pre-COVID.
It's always,
pre-COVID.
always a drastic change.
And I know you.
You have to. I got.
You go ahead.
An
You
interview
dip
for the
out.
restaurant
You dip
downstairs,
out. You
so
dip out. That's fine,
I
man.
appreciate it.
I think
Thank
we
you
can
for
call
coming.
it good. I think we've got enough content.
Of
I
course.
appreciate you guys.
Yeah, sorry I had.
Conversations resonate with you. Consider subscribing to Living in the Ozarks. And if there's a business, organization, or person we should be talking to, drop their name in the comments below. We're always looking for great stories.